Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Abdullah. I'm a proud and honored contributor to the Black Congregation channel. On my channel, All Things Education Official, I give news about education from a foundational Black American man's perspective. Today, we're going to talk about something a little bit more upbeat and talk about something a little bit more progressive, because I typically talk about how we should create, maintain, and sustain our own institutions of education for our children. And today we're going to talk about a young lady who's done just that. Let's roll that first clip.
It takes a village to raise a child. That's the motto Shamayin Mamashu Harris says led her to create Avalon Village in Highland Park. The newest installment, The Homework House, is another resource for kids in the community.
And that is what this village is about. It's about building family. It's about building the whole child and family.
Yusuf Muhammad is a high school senior.
Yeah, it's nice. I actually like it here.
The 17-year-old stops by the Homework House after school because he says he can get his work done in a quiet place.
My cumulative GPA is a 3.75. So, yeah, it's like a good workspace and it's like chill. Not too much noise. Just do what you got to do.
Retired Highland Park teacher Boniswa Brock is the director of education.
Mama Bo is amazing, and with her STEM education for the youth, she's very engaging with them. They're always so excited to learn with her, and she'll get down, she'll roll around on the floor with them. Like, she's very engaging with all the kids, and they love it.
Brock says homework can account for 25% of a student's overall grade. The educator stresses the importance of completing and understanding assignments.
Being at the homework house and getting it done is very important. In addition to, they need to learn how to do research and to learn how to study. A lot of them don't know how to study.
Mama Shu says oftentimes that understanding is hard to achieve because some kids can't concentrate at home.
Sometimes the grandparents are taking care of them. Sometimes some parents are incarcerated. Sometimes they're just overloaded and they have 2 and 3 jobs and they have to go to work. And it's hard to sit down and actually help the child with their studies.
The center is currently looking for qualified tutors. Applicants can visit the avalonvillage.org for more information.
Okay, because we're going to circle back around to my old stomping grounds, where my place of birth, Detroit, Michigan. So now we're talking about Mama Shu and the Homework House. And in a Detroit Free Press article entitled Highland Park's Mama Shu opens Homework House after 6 years of development. After 6 years of fundraising and construction, the Homework House is ready, complete with stately velvet chairs, a drum set, chessboard, and shimmering disco ball. The shelves throughout this 111-year-old house in Highland Park are brimming with books. The latest Avalon Village edition awaits what Shamayin Harris believes is the foundation of her community: children. Children equipped with binders and folders and laptops ready to fold into velvet chairs with one of the books from the house's shelves, or to join a tutor to solve math problems at an inviting table. Avalon Village began as a dream for Harris after her 2-year-old son, Jacoby Ra, was killed by a hit-and-run driver on September 23, 2007. The grieving mother set out to first build Jacoby Ra Park on Avalon Street. From there, she worked to revitalize other parts of Avalon Street around the neighborhood. In 2021, tragedy struck again when someone shot and killed Harris's 23-year-old son, Chinyelu Humphrey, in the village. My hope is for it to be a safe haven for children to learn, grow, explore, for them to be able to be fed and all other needs to be met, she said. Harris, 56, known as Mama Shu around Highland Park, Detroit, has slowly built up the Homework House along with the rest of Avalon Village, a city block Harris is developing into a community space where she hopes will rise above blight in the neighborhood. Highland Park is a suburb within Detroit of about 10,000 people. The enclave's public school system has lost hundreds of students over the past decade, and an emergency manager shut down Highland Park's only high school in 2015. Students at the high school level in Highland Park must turn to schools outside of the community, often in Detroit, for education. I believe the children where they live should be educated there as well, she said. That was the first thing I said when I built the village. I'm going to build an educational support system. The children will be able to make sure they stay up on their homework, they can eat a meal, they can wash their clothes. This is community building. I often talk about building institutions. A community must be able to educate the people, feed the people, heal the people, fund the people. And right now, this is what Mama Shu is doing. She took a small plot of land. She invested $3,000 of her own money and built this house out. And now she's created a safe space for our children to not only feel comfortable to learn, but be around their peers who want the exact same thing. Let's just be clear. We can do this. It's not outside of our scope. It's not outside of our abilities. We need to follow blueprints such as this. And I highlight this woman because she's doing the work that needs to be done in all of our communities. There should not just be one Mama Shu. There should be hundreds. There should be thousands of her and Black men who have taken upon themselves to say, we want to create spaces for our children. Not every story that we report here will be about doom and gloom. Some of it will be to highlight our successes and how we are moving the needle in our communities. Thank you for coming on out to another episode of the Black Congregation Channel. I am Dr. Abdullah, giving you educational news from a foundational Black American man's perspective. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, please subscribe, comment, share, and come on over to All Things Education Official. Peace.